which feels strange for a comedy night, but hey, that's good. Anyone here like have a wholesome, legitimate like life choice or career? No, ERP does not count. But no, okay, cool. There we go. Look, terrified, excellent, the classic murderers. They just too scared and just dropped your ring. Okay, right. So, because your energy is so high and beautiful and wonderful, I know, right? It's wild. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do some physical things to get back into it. First of all, I want the Mezcal girls. Can you please recreate the sound which we had earlier, which was never recreated again? Oh, beautiful. So profound and beautiful. Excellent. But what I would like now is I'd like our murderers to show the foot stomping. Excellent. Ooh, there's some foot stomping over here. Of course, you're a murderer as well. Oh, shit. It's so hard to keep track of all the different groups. There's so many of you. Messy people, can you show us how, well, messy person and messy person's future. Can you please show us how it is that we put our hands together and show a clap? Unbelievable, it's like you've done this before. And maybe the guy in the yellow, can you just like wave your arms around? Unbelievable, look at that. We don't even know who he is, what he does, why he does it, but we just know that he does it on request. Excellent. Take notes, murderers. Okay, so we're going to bring this all together. We're going to start off with the foot stamping here. We're going to start off with the clapping here. We're going to continue with the weird noise over here. We're going to get the arms moving over here. We're going to bring the clapping all around here. Everything's going to go powerful. Then, what is going to happen? We're going to make the noise. We're going to watch them all final act leaving. And it's Socrates.
Yes, thanks so much. How y'all doing? Oh, yeah, just trying to meet the energy of the room. Yeah. This is hard for me because I'm 58, 85 in Dutch. So. It's also uncomfortable because my whole set's about Gaza and who I have sex with. No, it's not. I'm like you, but even more so. I joined the celibate crowd a long time ago. I think it was you, wasn't it? If it wasn't you, were you the single one? Yeah. Well, I saw from the corner you were laughing freely, you know, as if you didn't care, which is what it's like. You can say what you want. You go home, it's a quiet house, no one's going, what did you say? I can't believe you said that. Have you said that or heard it? Because one of the two. The worst thing, my least favorite things from relationships, and I don't know if you've said this, and if you had, I would advise you not to say it, which was, I don't like your tone. Your tone. Which tone? The guy cut me off. He just broke the car. I'm pissed the fuck off at him, and I'm supposed to be cool. I don't get that. But then again, like I said, I'm more than 10 years celibate. Woo, celibacy! Yay, anybody? It's a really big relationship crowd. I noticed there was a lot of energy from the single or the married or relationship people, and apparently none of you have children. Hence the relationship and the energy. There's no one with kids in the room tonight? Nobody? Cool. I don't have kids. You'd fuck me. I mean, I look like I'm pregnant. That's not a kid. I've been there for years. Yeah, I don't know. For me, the idea when you cross that line, when you have to clean up somebody else's poop, that's a line for me. You know, I think you all see that same line, right? This is a room that agrees. Any of you clean up baby poop? Nobody? You have? No? No, none of us. See that? Awesome, right? We're making great life choices. You don't think so? All right, I got some mess for you to clean up at my house. Not you. Other people. Yeah. So this is, you're all Dutch, you all live in Utrecht as well? You're all Netherlanders as well, or? Yeah. For me, I'm also, English is not my first language because I'm an American. Hey! I'm not sure who you supporting.
Nobody.
Yeah, cool, yeah. But you don't watch the news, that's what it is, you know. Yeah, don't watch the news. Don't watch any news whatsoever. Don't look at social media either. Just come to comedy shows and trust us. We'll give you a better view of the world. Actually, in January, I became Dutch. Woo! And I'm in the process of giving up my citizenship, so if there's any sexist, racists, or haters out there, I'm leaving a space open. But there's not like that in this country. What's the wonderful thing about living here? I've been here 15 years, and it's been 15 wonderful years. And yeah, by myself. But even so, I like it. COVID was interesting. You know what I mean? Anybody miss COVID? Do you have projects you didn't finish from COVID? Sourdough still sitting in the fridge? It's an interesting time to be here during life. You know, that's what they say. I don't know if you know it. There's a Chinese curse. It says, may you live in interesting times. Which is a great curse. Because you walk away thinking, yeah, that's kind of cool. And you go, hey, wait a second. Interesting times. That's not good. You know, the harvest comes in, you harvest it, you eat it. You know, they have a kid, the harvest comes in, you eat it. That's boring times. You know, living in Gaza and Ukraine right now, it's very interesting times. So in the end, like in America, very interesting times. That's the thing. I was glad to leave the U.S. because, you know, they're doing that throwback thing now to fascism. If you've looked at the news, they think it's cool. Something about the outfits and the hair. But living here, that's one of the reasons I love to live in the Netherlands, because that could never happen here. Well, if you guys are voters, do you not vote either? No kids, no voting. Screw the future. How about the environment? Anybody care about the environment? Yeah. Some people, I like that. Like usually I talk about like politics, because like politics is the future. That's our saviors. A lot of poli-sci majors in the room. Any poli-sci people? There's a bunch of them the last show. Yeah. Strangely optimistic. But you know, politics is like, people see it as a savior, you know, but they don't realize that politics is a Greek word. You know, it comes from poly, which means many, and ticks. It's a blood-sucking parasite that spreads diseases. Politics. Yeah, the French succeeded in keeping their situation less. You know, they do this thing where you have a choice between the chicken and the fish, and because everyone's going to buy the chicken, you know, they make it worse and worse because no one's going to get the fish. So it's like eventually the chicken gets you sick, and you're like, oh, I don't know, Mary Le Pen sounds like a good option, you know? Again, I'm from the U.S., and we're leading the world like the Germans. At first I thought you would take a mescaline, by the way, back there. A slightly different evening, I think. Still fun, she's looking at her drink. Well, there's a little bit in there. Got to time the sick part when the show's over, hopefully. But yeah, anybody like drugs? Drug people? Some drug people? What's your favorite drug, sir? I like that one too. I understand, yeah. The drugs will do that. Yeah. The right drugs will do that. The wrong drugs, you just sit there and go, Any people going to the hospital? Any hospital people here? You know? Yeah, at the end of COVID, I thought I'd have a new world. I was all looking forward to my new life and everything, and I decided to go to the sauna one day, and I was forcibly taught a Dutch word that I didn't want to learn, which was aangereden. Aangereden. I didn't say pronounce it right. I'm an American, for God's sake. To be slammed into. Yeah. And instead of going to the sauna, I got to go to the hospital, the house of paracetamol. Any other people do a little hospital time here? Just me? I'm the only clumsy person? That's cool. I got you want it, Mike. Have you been to the hospital? You going to the hospital now? You need a doctor? Okay. Because I can have these guys kill you. Or that one, apparently. You want to suck up to his boss, so you know this is me the guy that asked. Not that I'm threatening you in any way, shape, or form. Please continue the conversation. Don't mind me in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, so like I was in the hospital because like I hit this, scooter hit me, you know, and I went flying in the air like a bird, which was great. I remember the flying part. I literally remember flying in the air going, woo, this is cool. But I was like a little not there because I just been hit by a scooter and I landed like an octopus would. No grace, just... And then I realized, hey, I broke my arm, woohoo! Yeah, that was a fun moment there. And I didn't know later, I asked the waiter, how do you say that? I said, aangereden. That's a good word. Not a fun word. It's not at all a fun word, like bimmeltje. Bimmeltje is a great little word for Dutch. And if you're speaking in Dutch, not bimmeltje, it's a little dick. Because you can minimize anything in Dutch. You know, I don't know if they point to it, hey, bimmeltje. I don't know if that's how it comes up in context. I've never actually heard it. No one's pointed to me. So. playing it safe, you know what I mean? I understand people. But the best thing about breaking my arm was when the nurse came up, and she did a horrible thing that nurses do that should never do, but she looked at my x-ray and she went, ugh. Literally, and I was like, oh God, hope that's not mine. She went, and then she said the nicest thing that any nurse has ever said to me. She said to me, would you like a shot of morphine? Yes. Yes, I would. No paracetamol for me. They went straight away. They said, they don't give you drugs here? Yeah, they do. You got to get the right injuries. Yeah. And then then I left, actually. She said the second nicest thing that anybody had said to me. She said, would you like another shot of morphine? Woo, yeah. It was fucking awesome. It's actually the only good thing, because when I asked for an ambulance, and the guy on the phone said to me, are you going to pass out? I said, I don't think so. He said, well, take a taxi. Literally. You know? I'm not feeling that good at the moment. I know that this guy's in charge of the buttons, so I can't say something to him nasty, you know, because you know why? He won't appreciate my tone. So I maintained my cool, and I said, you know, I'm getting a little dizzy. I think I might pass out. He said, well, we'll send you an ambulance. And the ambulance got there, and he offered me fentanyl. You can get it from a taxi, but you have to set the thing up first. You got to know the guy. It's a whole process. And he puts his shut in my arm, and it was a literal wave of pleasure, just a wave of relief, just like, oh, thank you, thank you. And I said to him, ooh. And he said to me, now I'm going to give you the fentanyl. I said, what the hell was that? He said, saline. And I don't know if he confused the two of the things, or if I'm just really salt sensitive or something. Because he gave me the fentanyl after that, nothing. Nothing at all. You know, saline was great. And it's not like I was like so hyped up on saline, because of morphine, fantastic. Did you ever do morphine, sir? No morphine? You zone it out? Anybody do morphine? Any morphine? Anyone ever experienced it? Have you? Were you injured at the time? Or you just know a guy? You need some morphine? Okay. What were you in the hospital, or just at a friend's house?
No, I had a surgery.
Right. And what's your? How would you rate morphine as a drug? Would you advise it? Mm-hmm.
I was kind of trippy. I wouldn't advise it.
No, really. So far, the first person, although the people who are not able to take opioids, everyone says it's a great drug. Because it's like it's like morphine's a warm hug on a quiet night, on a cold night, you know. Because it just makes you want to sit around, just like kind of mellow back. And, yeah, it's all right. It's Netflix and chill before and without the Netflix. It's just nothing but chill. And the thing is this, I needed that at that point because they treated me with what's called Nixon. You know this Dutch word? It's not the president who's no longer the worst president. Nixon means to do nothing. They literally, they gave me a blue strap for my arm and sent me home and said, "Come's good." You have no idea how many doctors and therapists have told me it comes good. In fact, they stopped telling me that too, so I'm not sure if that's encouraging or not. But they told me to go home and keep exercising my arm because they didn't want it to freeze up. And so in the end, I have like a reverse shoulder prosthetic here. But they told me I had to keep raising my arm, and I can only raise it about so high, which coincidentally is how high you can raise your arm and be socially acceptable. But they said for health, I had to raise it higher. And so I was in that backyard, raising my arm up, waving to my neighbors. It healed my arm, but it really hurt me in the neighborhood. Yeah, and about a while later, I said to the guy, it's not coming good. I can only raise my arm up. And he said, don't do that. And he said to me, well, Helaas and Pindakaas. It's a useless Dutch saying. It's worse from your doctor. If you don't know, it means, oh, well, peanut butter. Did that help? No, doesn't help at all. What it means is, it's a rhyme. And you just somehow, something bad happened to you, and the Dutch person nearby decided they should give you a little rhyme. And they do it with a tone. Helaas and Pindakaas. But my other favorite rhyming Dutch sentence is noken and de koken. This is another legitimate Dutch expression. It means fucking in the kitchen. Now, I know how to use Helaas Pindakaas in certain contexts, but I have no idea how to use noken and de koken in context. It's never come up. I mean, I guess on Tinder. So, what do you want to do tonight? Noken and de koken. But I think if you combine Helaas Pindakaas and noken and de koken, you end up with satay sauce. I'm not sure if I just hurt the taste sauce for you for the rest of your life or not.
I'm allergic, so.
Well, there you go. There you go. I think we all are now. That's a hard thing. Do you like peanut allergy?
No, I have a peanut allergy. Yes.
This is a hard place to have a peanut allergy. They love their peanuts here.
They do.
Yeah. Is it like one of those dangerous? Do you have like a pen with you?
I got some very strong pills with me.
Nice. Oh, for the insulin, not for the thing.
It doesn't give you the same feeling as morphine, though.
Yeah.
You become very chill.
There you go. Which is better than anaphylactic shock.
Definitely.
I dated a girl named Anaphylactic. I was in shock. Because it was a long time ago. So yeah, I figured, finally after all this time has gone by, I've had all these surgeries. Because actually 4 months after the surgery, it took him 8 months to do surgery, by the way. 8 months. And my doctor had a kid. He did. He had a baby. He's like, I got to take a couple weeks off. And I was like, great, no problem. I'm cool. I was hoping not to be his first patient. He'd be stabbing away. Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't want a rusty doctor or a rusty knife. But they finally did surgery, and like 4 months after that, I went to see him. I thought, hey, I'll just see the doctor. Everything will be cool, chilling, yay. And he said my shoulder turned necrotic. These are all these horrible words that people know, like adults, you know what I mean? These horrible words that you don't want to know. And you don't want someone to point at you and say, your shoulder's necrotic. Right? That's what he did to me. He pointed at your shoulder's necrotic. It means dying. It's like a necromancer. My shoulder was dying. It wasn't the news I wanted. I wanted good news. Like he had ice cream. There's no ice cream. Shoulder surgery. No morphine. Worst of the whole thing. They didn't give you one more shot of morphine. The whole thing, I'm thinking, maybe they saw my act. And they're like, oh God, this guy really likes his morphine. Look, I'm just talking truth. It's nice. But no. They gave me Oxycontin for a year almost. Yeah. And the Oxycontin fans, woo! It's real popular in America. I mean, like, really, really popular in America. And yeah, I'm actually from Florida. I'm a Florida man. If you want to visit Florida, it's a fun place to visit. Go during the hurricanes. It's exciting. Because like the thing is, I was there for 20 years, and I sort of missed the rain. Because like here you have like all these little tiny rains, like there's like miser, it's a little tiny rain that gets in your face. I think they call that because it makes you so miserable. But in Florida, you don't have to look to see if it's raining. You hear it. And the ground will shake and shit. It's awesome. And then you realize that you're living in Florida with a lot of crazy Florida people. It's better to live here in the Netherlands. So anyway, actually worse than this thing is, by the way, since I'm giving you all my thing, about 4 months after they did my shoulder the second time, I had a stroke. Yeah. Yeah, if you can understand me, I'm doing okay. Woo. Yeah, I went to sleep one day, took a nap in the afternoon for an hour. I was Socrates, woke up an hour later, Strokates. Strokates, it's like a combination of Socrates and having a stroke. It's not the best way to end a set. But in the end, having a stroke, it taught me that it's a shortcut to being Zen. Because Zen is the idea you live for the now. You know what I mean? You forget your past, you just live for the now. And I don't remember my past. So all I have is now, this moment, hoping not to get killed. Anyway, you guys are great fun. Thanks so much. Give it up for Steven. Thank you guys very much. My name is Socrates. See you.
Give us a great day. Comedians around here tonight. All right, everyone, thank you so much for coming. This is over. What I'd like you to do is just you can go to the bar, pay for your bill and everything. There is a